What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today is going to be a different video. Well, not really, but it's not like one creepypasta, one urban legend. It's going to be an urban legend from every U.S. state. We're going alphabetical order. I have inspiration from a YouTuber named Tuv. I love that man. I love Tuv. I'll link his channel in the description. If you don't know him, you should definitely watch him. He's a really good YouTuber. I love that man. I love Tuv. Anyways, I'm gonna make every urban legend from each U.S. state alphabetical. So let's get into it. Alright, so Alabama, the Dead Children's Playground. Nestled in Huntsville's historic Maple Hill Cemetery, the Dead Children's Playground is a small park said to be haunted by the spirits of children buried nearby. According to legend, the ghosts of these children come out to play after dark, swinging on the creaky swings and leaving eerie laughter in the air. Some say the spirits belong to the kids who died during a mysterious child abduction wave in the early 20th century. Others claim they are simply restless souls from the nearby graves. Paranormal investigators have reported seeing swings moving on their own, orbs of light floating around, and even ghostly figures darting between the trees. Alaska. The Kushtaka. A terrifying entity from Tlingit folklore, the Kushtaka, or land otter man, is a shape-shifting creature that can appear as a human, an otter, or a combination of both. The Kushtaka is said to lure lost travelers to their doom, often by mimicking the cries of a baby or a loved one calling for help. Those who fall for the trick are never seen again, as the Kushtaka either drowns them or transforms them into another Kushtaka. Some legends claim the creature is purely evil, while others suggest that it may occasionally help lost travelers by guiding them to safety, if they are deemed worthy. Many Alaskan locals, especially in remote villages, still avoid certain areas where the Kushtaka is said to lurk. Arizona, the Lost Dutchman's Gold Mine. Deep within the Superstition Mountains lies one of America's most famous hidden treasures, the Lost Dutchman's Gold Mine. The mine is said to have belonged to a German immigrant named Jacob Waltz, often called the Dutchman, who supposedly discovered a massive vein of gold in the 19th century, but took its location to his grave. Over the years, countless treasure hunters have ventured into the mountains in search of the mine, only to vanish without a trace. Some believe the mine is protected by supernatural forces cursed by the Apache people, or guarded by spirits who keep the gold hidden from the greedy. Despite decades of searchers, the lost Dutchman's gold remains unfound, and those who seek it often report strange occurrences, disembodied whispers, sudden rock slides, and feelings of being watched. Arkansas, the Fouke Monster. In the deep woods of southern Arkansas, particularly around the town of Fouke, lurks a creature known as the Fouke Monster. This Bigfoot-like beast, standing over 7 feet tall and covered in dark hair, gained widespread attention in the early 1970s when several locals claimed to have encountered it. Some reported it stalking their livestock, while others swore it tried to break into their homes. The legend became so popular that it inspired the 1972 cult horror film The Legend of Boggy Creek, which dramatized supposed real-life encounters. Skeptics argued that the monster is just a bear or an elaborate hoax, but believers insist that something lurks in the Arkansas swamps, watching and waiting. California, the Charman. The Charman is a horrific specter said to haunt the backroads of Ojai, California. The legend tells of a man who was horribly burned in a fire. Some say it was a car accident, others claim it was a house fire. Either way, he survived, but was left grotesquely disfigured, his skin blackened and peeling. Driven mad by his pain and appearance, he retreated into the woods, or even rushing toward their car. Some claim he will approach tents and lean over sleeping campers, his scorched breath filling the air. Despite numerous reports, no one has ever caught the Charman, and those who claim to see him often refuse to return to the area. Colorado, Riverdale Road. Riverdale Road is a winding stretch near Thornton, Colorado, and it is considered one of the most haunted roads in America. The area is home to multiple ghost stories, but the most famous is that the Gates of Hell. According to legend, a man once lived in a mansion along the road and one night, in a fit of madness, set fire to his house, killing his entire family inside. Though the mansion itself has long since disappeared, its gates supposedly still stand, acting as a portal to the underworld. Drivers often report seeing shadowy figures, hearing disembodied screams, and encountering ghostly apparitions along the road. Some have even claimed to see a phantom jogger said to be the spirit of a runner who was killed in a hit and run. Those who drive down Riverdale Road at night often find themselves overwhelmed by an eerie sense of dread, as if something unseen is watching them from the darkness. Connecticut. Dudleytown. Dudleytown, a long abandoned colonial settlement in Cornwall, Connecticut, is said to be cursed. Founded in the 18th century by the Dudley family, the town reportedly suffered from a series of mysterious tragedies. Residents went mad, families disappeared, and the settlement was eventually abandoned. Some believe the Dudley family brought a curse upon themselves due to their supposed connection to a disgraced English nobleman involved in treason. Others say the land itself is cursed, possibly due to its proximity to dark Native American legends. Today, the area is heavily patrolled, and visitors are discouraged from exploring. However, those who have ventured into the ruins report strange lights, ghostly whispers, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. Delaware. The Ghost of Mr. Chew. At the historic Rockwood Mansion in Wilmington, visitors report ghostly encounters with the former owner, Joseph Shipley, and his faithful dog. The most well spirit, however, is Mr. Chew, believed to be the butler who once worked there. Guests and paranormal investigators have reported cold spots, shadowy figures, and the sensation of being watched. Some have even heard footsteps echoing through the empty halls at night. Florida. The skunk ape. Florida's answers to Bigfoot. The skunk ape is a large, hairy creature said to roam the Everglades. Unlike Bigfoot, the skunk ape is notorious for its foul odor, described as a mix of rotting meat and wet dog. Sightings date back to the 19th century, with hunters, hikers, and even law enforcement officers claiming to have seen its elusive creature. Some believe it's a yet undiscovered species, while others think it's a myth to keep people out of dangerous swamp areas. Georgia. The curse of Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier, one of Georgia's largest lakes, is rumored to be cursed. Built over the remnants of an old town and cemeteries, the lake has a dark history of unexplained drownings, boat accidents, and missing persons cases. Many locals claim to see ghostly hands pulling swimmers underwater or spirits walking on the water's surface at night. Some blame the hauntings on the displaced souls of those buried beneath the lake. Hawaii. The Night Marchers. Ancient Hawaiian folklore warns the night marchers, ghostly warriors who roam the islands at night, reenacting battles or traveling sacred paths. Legend says that if you hear the distant sounds of chanting and drumming, you must lie face down and avoid eye contact, or you risk being taken with them. Those who disrespect the night marchers often suffer misfortune or even death. Idaho. The Phantom Jogger of Canyon Hill. At Canyon Hill Cemetery in Caldwell, a ghostly jogger is said to appear at night. According to legend, if you park your car at a certain spot, a ghostly figure will approach your vehicle, tapping on the windows before disappearing. Some say it's the spirit of a woman who was killed out for a run, forever doomed to repeat her final steps. Illinois. The Devil's Gate. In Oak Brook, Illinois, there's an old tunnel system known as the Devil's Gate. Local legend says that if you enter the tunnels at midnight, you might encounter a demonic presence. Some claim to have seen glowing red eyes in the darkness, while others say they hear whispers warning them to leave. Many believe the tunnels are a gateway to hell, used for dark rituals. Indiana. The 100 Steps Cemetery. Located in Clay County, the 100 Steps Cemetery is said to hold supernatural powers. If you walk up the steps at midnight and count each one, you will see a vision of your death when you reach the top. And if you try to descend and count a different number, a ghostly force will push you down. Many visitors have reported eerie voices and shadowy figures lurking nearby. Iowa. The Black Angel of Oakland Cemetery. In Iowa City, a towering blackened angel statue stands in Oakland Cemetery. The legend varies, but some say that if you touch or kiss the statue, you will die within a year. Others believe the angel's darkened color is due to a curse placed upon it. Visitors often report feelings of dread, and some claim to have seen the statue's eyes glowing at night. Kansas. The Devil's Chair. At the Alma Cemetery, a mysterious stone chair is said to be cursed. Those who sit in it claim to feel an overwhelming sense of dread, while others say that they've been shoved by an unseen hand. Some believe the chair is a portal to the underworld, and anyone who sits in it will be visited by spirits in their dreams. Kentucky. The Pope Lick Monster. A horrifying creature said to reside beneath Pope Lick train trestle in Louisville. This half-man, half-goat monster is rumored to lure people onto the tracks using hypnosis or mimicry. Many believe the legend originated to explain real-life train accidents in the area. Despite warnings, thrill seekers continue to search for the creature, sometimes with a deadly consequence. Louisiana, the Rougarou. A werewolf-like creature from Cajun folklore, the Rougarou is said to roam the Louisiana swamps, hunting those who disobey Lent or commit other sins. The legend says that if you look into the Rougarou's eyes, you might become one yourself. Many locals still believe in the creature, and some claim to have encountered it on a foggy Bayou nights. Maine, the Seguin Island Lighthouse Curse. Off the coast of Maine, the Seguin Island lighthouse is said to be haunted by the ghost of a lighthouse keeper and his wife. According to the legend, the keeper bought a piano for his wife to keep her entertained, but she played the same song over and over, driving him mad. He destroyed the piano with an axe, then killed his wife and himself. To this day, visitors hear phantom piano music drifting from the abandoned lighthouse. Maryland, the Goatman of Prince George's County. A terrifying half-goat, half-man creature is said to stalk the woods of Maryland, attacking cars with an axe and scaring hikers. Some say the Goatman was once a scientist who experimented on goats, only to be transformed into a monster himself. Others believe he's a simply demonic entity that thrives on fear. Massachusetts, the Bridgewater Triangle. Originated in southeastern Massachusetts, the Bridgewater Triangle is known for its high concentration of paranormal activity. People report UFO sightings, ghostly apparitions, and cryptid encounters. One of the most famous creatures in the triangle is the Pukwudgie, a mischievous little humanoid said to be responsible for leading travelers astray in the woods. Michigan, the Paulding Light. In Michigan's Upper Peninsula, a mysterious light appears in a remote valley at night. The light, known as the Paulding Light, changes in size and color and has been investigated by scientists and paranormal researchers alike. Some believe it's a ghost of a railroad worker carrying a lantern, while others think it's caused by a supernatural force. Minnesota, the Wendigo. A terrifying creature from Native American folklore, the Wendigo is said to be a spirit of a person who resorted to cannibalism. The Wendigo is gaunt, with glowing eyes and an insatiable hunger for human flesh. Many legends say that once a person becomes a Wendigo, they are cursed to roam the woods forever, hunting others. Mississippi, the Three-Legged Lady of Nash Road. Drivers along Nash Road report encountering a woman with 3 legs who chases cars and slaps their windows. According to legend, she's searching for her lost leg, which was gruesomely removed and sewn onto her body in a twisted experiment. No one knows if she's a ghost or something more sinister. Missouri. The Missouri Monster, Momo. Momo is Missouri's version of Bigfoot, a large, hairy, foul-smelling creature with glowing orange eyes. Sightings of Momo peaked in the 1970s near the town of Louisiana, Missouri, when several residents reported seeing the beast lurking in woods and stealing livestock. Some people believe Momo is an undiscovered species, while others think it's a supernatural entity that can only appear under specific conditions. Montana, the Hitchhiker of Black Horse Lake. Near Great Falls, a phantom hitchhiker is said to haunt the roads around Black Horse Lake. Drivers report seeing a Native American man wearing tattered clothes standing on the roadside. If you don't stop, he suddenly appears on your car's hood, his face pressed against the windshield, before vanishing into thin air. Many believe he is the ghost of a man who was struck and killed on the road long ago. Nebraska, Seven Sisters Road. Near Nebraska City, a winding dirt road known for its eerie supernatural occurrences. According to its legend, a man once hanged his 7 sisters from the trees lining the road. Since then, travelers report hearing disembodied screams, whispers, and even seeing ghostly figures in the trees at night. Nevada, the Water Babies of Pyramid Lake. Pyramid Lake, north of Reno, is said to be haunted by water babies, the spirits of Native American infants who were drowned in the lake, either as a form of mercy or punishment in times of famine. Local claims that on quiet nights you can hear the cries of these ghostly children, and some say they will drag unsuspecting swimmers beneath the surface. New Hampshire, the Wood Devils. In the forests of New Hampshire, there are the tales of wood devils, tall, thin, gray creatures that blend perfectly into the trees. Similar to Bigfoot, but more elusive. These creatures are said to move at incredible speeds and only appear for brief moments before vanishing. Some hikers claim to hear strange, guttural noises or see fleeting glimpses of something unnatural in the woods. New Jersey. The Jersey Devil. One of the most famous cryptids in America, the Jersey Devil is a winged, hoofed creature with a horse-like head, said to haunt the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. According to legend, it was born in the 1700s as the 13 children of a woman named Mother Leeds, who cursed it upon birth. The beast flew upon the chimney and disappeared, only to terrorize the region for centuries. Many locals claim to have heard its blood-curdling screams at night. New Mexico, La Llorona. Legend of La Llorona, the Weeping Woman, is common across the southwest, but has deep roots in New Mexico. According to the story, a woman drowned her children in a fit of rage and was cursed to wander the earth in search of them. Her ghost is often seen near rivers, crying out for her lost children. Those who hear her wails are said to be doomed to misfortune or even death. New York, the Lady in White of Rochester. Durand, Eastman Park in Rochester, is said to be haunted by a spectral woman dressed in white. According to legend, she was the mother of whose daughter was kidnapped and never found. Heartbroken, she wanders the park in search of her lost child. Some say she appears as a glowing mist, while others claim she has physically approached them, only to vanish when they turn away. North Carolina, the Beast of Bladeboro. In the 1950s, the small town of Bladenboro was terrorized by a mysterious creature that drained the blood from livestock and left enormous claw marks. Described as a panther-like beast with glowing red eyes, the so-called Beast of Bladenboro was never caught, and sightings of a similar creature still occur in the area today. North Dakota, the Mini-Washatu. A terrifying water spirit from Native American folklore, the Mini-Washatu is said to inhabit the Missouri River. Described as a bison-like creature with red fur and one eye, it is believed to drive people mad if they see it. Legend has it that if those who encounter the Mini-Washatu will soon suffer an untimely death. Ohio, the Loveland Frogman. The Loveland Frogman is a bizarre cryptid said to resemble a human-sized frog or lizard. First reported in the 1950s near Loveland, Ohio, it is said to walk on two legs and even use crude tools. Some say the creature was once a part of a secret experiment gone wrong, while others believe it is a simply undiscovered species. Oklahoma, the Haunted Hex House. In Tulsa, the ruins of an old house known as the Hex House are said to be cursed. The house was once the home of a woman who kept two young girls locked in her basement, brainwashing them into believing that she was a divine being. After the case was discovered, the house was demolished, but visitors claimed to see ghostly figures near the foundation, as if the spirits of the imprisoned girls never left. Oregon, the Bandage Man of Cannon Beach. The Bandage Man is a ghostly figure wrapped in bloody bandages who haunts the coastal roads of Oregon. He is said to climb into moving cars, terrifying drivers before vanishing into thin air. Some believe he was once a logger who suffered horrific injuries, while others think he is an escaped patient from a long-closed hospital. Pennsylvania, the Green Man, Charlie No Face. In Pennsylvania, a real-life man named Raymond Robinson, who was horribly disfigured in an electrical accident, became the inspiration for the legend of Charlie No Face. According to the story, a glowing green phantom with no face wanders the roads at night, scaring travelers, while Robinson was a real person who avoided the public due to his injuries. His tragic story evolved into an eerie urban legend. Rhode Island, Mercy Brown, the Vampire. In the 19th century, a tuberculosis outbreak led to the belief that the deceased Mercy Brown was a vampire. Her body was exhumed and her heart was burned in an attempt to prevent further deaths. Since then, her grave has become a hotspot for paranormal activity, with visitors claiming to see ghostly figures and hear eerie whispers. South Carolina, the Lizard Man of Scape or Swamp. First reported in the 1980s, the Lizard Man is a reptilian humanoid said to haunt the swamps of Bishopville. Witnesses describe it as a scaly, green-skinned creature with glowing red eyes that attack cars and livestock. Some believe it is an undiscovered species, while others think it's an elaborate hoax. South Dakota. Walking Sam. A sinister shadow figure known as the Walking Sam is said to haunt the Pine Ridge Reservation, encouraging people to commit suicide. Many people believe Walking Sam is a spiritual being who preys on those who are vulnerable, while others say the legend is simply a reflection of real-life struggles in the community. C. The Bell Witch. One of America's most famous hauntings, the Bell Witch legend dates back to the early 19th century in Adams, Tennessee. The Bell Witch family was tormented by a malicious spirit that spoke in eerie voices, moved objects, and even physically attacked family members. The entity seemed to have a personal vendetta against John Bell, whom it tormented until his mysterious death. Some people believe that it was the ghost of a local woman, Kate Batts, while others think it was a demon. Even today, visitors of the Bell Witch Cave report hearing whispers and seeing shadowy figures. Texas. The Goat Man's Bridge. The old Alton Bridge near Denton, Texas, is infamous for its legend of the Goat Man. According to the story, a black goat farmer named Oscar Washburn was lynched by a racist mob in the 1930s and thrown from the bridge. However, when the mob looked down, his body was gone. Since then, people claim to see a horned, goat-headed figure lurking near the bridge. Others report hearing disembodied hoofbeats, seeing glowing eyes in the darkness, or even feeling an unseen force trying to push them off the bridge. Utah. The Curse of Skinwalker Ranch. Skinwalker Ranch in Utah is one of the most mysterious and terrifying places in the country. Named after the Native American legends of skinwalkers, shapeshifting witches, the ranch has been the site of numerous paranormal occurrences, including UFO sightings, cattle mutilations, poltergeist activities, and cryptid encounters. Scientists and paranormal investigators have studied the area for years, but no one has been able to explain the strange phenomena. Vermont. Emily's Bridge. Gold Brook Bridge in Stowe, Vermont, is better known as Emily's Bridge due to the ghostly apparent presence that supposedly haunts it. According to legend, a young woman named Emily was supposed to meet her lover at the bridge to elope, but when he never showed, she hung herself from the rafters. Now, people report hearing screams, feeling scratches on their skin, and even seeing a shadowy female figure lurking on the bridge. Virginia. The Bunny Man. The Bunny Man legend originated in Fairfax County, Virginia. The story tells of an escaped mental patient who dresses in a rabbit costume and attacks people with an axe. Some versions claim he was an inmate who killed rabbits to eat them and moved on to attacking people. Sightings of a man in a bunny suit wielding a weapon have been reported since the 1970s, and some believe the legend is based on real-life events. Washington. The 13 Steps to Hell. In Maltberry Cemetery, there's a hidden staircase known as the 13 Steps to Hell. According to legend, if you walk down these steps at midnight, you'll see visions of hell and hear eerie whispers from the graves. Some say that those who reach the bottom are cursed, while others claim the steps have been since covered up to prevent people from testing the legend. West Virginia. The Mothman. One of the most famous cryptids, the Mothman, is a winged humanoid with glowing red eyes, first spotted in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in 1966. Witnesses reported seeing the creature before the tragic collapse of the Silver Bridge in 1967, leading some to believe the Mothman is an omen of disaster. Since then, people continue to report sightings of the mysterious figure, and Point Pleasant even hosts annual Mothman festivals. Wisconsin. The Beast of Bray Road. The Beast of Bray Road is a werewolf-like creature reported in Wisconsin since the 1930s. Witnesses describe a tall, muscular beast covered in fur with glowing eyes and sharp claws. Some believe it's a cryptid similar to Bigfoot, while others think it could be a misidentified bear or even a supernatural entity. People driving along Bray Road at night claim to see the creature lurking in the darkness, sometimes chasing their cars. In the last state, Wyoming, the Platte River Ship of Death. One of the eeriest legends in Wyoming is the ghostly ship of death that appears on the Platte River. According to stories, the spectral ship emerges from the mist, carrying a crew of ghostly figures standing silently on deck. The most terrifying part, whenever someone sees the ship, they also see a ghost of a loved one on board, who then dies soon after. Alright, so that was a legend from all of the US states. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's long, so hope you enjoy that. Because most of my videos are below 5 minutes, and that sucks. So this is probably going to be like a 15-minute video. I don't know until I edit it. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, today, whatever time you're watching this. Thank you. God dang. Thank you guys for the support. 71 subscribers, on the road to 100 next. So thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.